There it is. Here we go. All right, so the about page for my community, and you can go to strong on school. Oh, let me make sure I get that little. There we go. Strong on school on the bottom, so that you guys can connect with me and join my group. Hey, guys, it's free to join the group. Okay, and we definitely have premium. It's only $9. Get other stuff, but join. Just join the standard, and that's it. Get it free. Come on in and go through everything that I have here. Join the community if you're all about living strong. All right, so what I'm excited about, which is why I wanted to come on here live, is to talk about the book that I am writing right now. My next book. The last couple of years, people have been asking me when I'm going to write my next book, and I had a lot of ideas of what I wanted to do next as a follow up with my Living Strong book. This one here, Living Strong. So, but what this book did is, as small as it is, it started for me a movement in my heart and in my passion and with the work that I'm doing now, which is why I have this Living Strong community. And we've got about 170 members. And what I want to do is share what I decided to do with my book. I've been doing martial arts for a very long time. And what I decided to do is to write a book on my martial arts and how it empowered me over my life. Now, I have to be honest, when I started martial arts, I was 9 years old. And the reason why I started at 9 and the reason why I continued training even when in my 20s, and then I really went hard in my late 30s. And since then, it's been nonstop, especially in 1996 when I just started training just nonstop all the way through to today. And in 1998, 99, I started teaching it full time and been teaching it full time in a school that I help operate. I own the school. Now the school is passed on to one of our students who's now the head instructor and the owner of the school. I'm still invested in it. So I have a lot of years invested in it. And the reason why I started to the reason why I'm doing it now has evolved. And so the what I wanted to do is to write how I'm living strong through the martial art that I've been teaching for over 20 years right now, which is Tang Kwan. Now, in 2010, I started doing Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. I have a passion for that. I'll be training Jiu Jitsu later today, and I'll be sharing about that in the book. But what I wanted to do is let you guys know that the book has already been started. That's the cover. And so when you go into the community, and I'm inviting everyone to come on in and join me on this journey. I got this idea from a couple of friends of mine who are writers. And what they do, or what they did, many of them, was that they invited their friends and community to come in and join in on the writing of the book. Now I have the outline. I know what I want to write about. And when you go to the classroom, you'll see right over here the classroom. Now, when you go there, I have to, this is only for those of you that are premium. Right now, it's just for you guys. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Ooh. All right. Sorry about that. For premium, and simply to get you guys in here, those of you that really want to support and come on in. And I'll tell you why, because when you come on in here, I'm going to be giving you access to every single chapter as I build it. And I'm writing a chapter every week. And I have about 30 chapters, and it'll take about 30 weeks. And so my timing is right. I should plan on finishing this book in February of 2027. So once that's done, my plan is to publish it in March 2027. So from now till then, every week I'll be adding a chapter. And I like the week this way I could take my time, do the research, and this is where I need your help. You come on in and you'll start reading what I have here. If you come in now, I have these four. I have the project introduction. I have the story behind the cover, this cover here that I have right here, the story behind that, and why I chose to do this cover the way I've done it, everything here. So I'll go through the definition behind the meaning, the symbolism behind the cover, and then a bit of a welcome. You come in here, and I've also, what I'm doing is I'm adding the audio so you can listen to it. Some of you out there prefer audio. I prefer both. I prefer having a hard copy. I prefer having the audio available. That's what I do. The first thing I do is I purchase the audio, and then I order the book. And while I'm waiting for the book to come, even when it comes at the end of the day or the next day, I get the audio because I want to listen right away. Plus, I listen to it when I drive in my car. That's what I do. So I know some of you guys like doing that. So the audios will be available. So I have this available, and then I have the chapter 1 available this week. Next week, I will upload, add to this chapter 2. So every week I'll be doing that. So I want to invite you guys to come on in to do this journey with me. And well, what I will also ask you guys to do, because I'll be doing the history, like this chapter 1 talks about the history of Korea and the origins of Korean martial arts. And I will add that. I'll do my research. And what I'm going to ask you guys to do is you read it. If there's something that you believe that I made a mistake, just outright mistake, let me know. Or if you want to add to it, let me know. And those of you that contribute, I will add you to the book. At the end of the book, I will thank all you guys, all of you guys. Your names will be put in it if you like. That's totally optional, but I want to give you guys a thank you in the book. And then those of you that are in premium, all of you, if you do this journey with me, all of you will get an autographed copy, hard copy. When it's published, I'll send that to you guys. But you have to be active members by time it gets published. And so, yeah, I'm excited about that. And my thinking is, why now? Hey, I've been teaching martial arts for over 50 years. I've learned a lot. I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've watched thousands of students grow. And this is what I realized, that if I don't write these lessons down, if I don't write this down, a lot of it's going to disappear. And I learned this over the last couple of years when I lost the use of my hips. And I started losing my hips when I was 54, 55. Right now I'm 65. And so what I learned during that time, as I lost the use of my hips, I couldn't do the physical aspect. I couldn't teach. And I went through this period of time, which is why this book, how I came up with this book and why I wrote the book during this time, what I call my dark times, very dark times. I wrote it realizing that if I don't find a way to pass on this knowledge that I know, then it's going to get lost with me. And there are some things that I've learned that I want to pass on to my children, to my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren, because right now I have a grandson, Seraph, who's going to be 2 years old in a couple of days. And so I want to be able to pass this stuff on. And I know the internet, I'm putting stuff on the internet, the community, this is going to be going on as long as I'm around. But when I pass away, when I'm gone, I'm not too sure if I'll do my best to make sure this goes on as far as my internet presence, like this platform. Hopefully I'll have someone that I can bring on to keep this going. But if not, then the books. So that's why right now getting this book done is important, okay? Because I don't want it to disappear when I disappear. All right, so this is not even though I'm calling it Living Strong through Tang Kwan, which is a martial art. It's not necessarily for martial artists. It's not a martial arts book per se. This is about about just being a human being, and I'm speaking to. I want parents, grandparents, teachers, owners of businesses, entrepreneurs, performers, everyone that I've connected with that know me and find out about me. This is for you. I want to make this available to you because of what martial arts has done for me and how I've created the Living Strong methodology came out of my martial arts training. I started martial arts when I was 9 because I realized it was something that could empower me as I was going through the streets of New York. And as I became an adult, I always fell back on the concepts and principles and the discipline that I learned in martial arts, even when I became a performing artist. And then when I decided to step away from performing arts and start a business to support my family without traveling as a performing artist, I became a martial arts instructor, school owner, and passed on the knowledge, concepts, principles that I learned through martial arts to everyone. And so this became something that was empowering for me all the way through to my present day at 65. Now, this book is just, I think it's for everyone. Yesterday, I had a lady come into our karate school. She was 65 years old, and she said, "Hey, look, I want to do karate. I've never done karate before. I sit at a desk all day long, and I don't like running. I really don't like going to the gym, but I think karate might be something that I'd like to try and do." And she said she was 65 years old, but her fear was that she might be too old. And I told her, "Hey, look, I'm 65 years old, and my conviction is this, is part of my Living Strong mindset, is that you're never too old, too broken, bruised, or beat to live a life that you prefer to live, and it's never too late." And I told her that you are in great shape for the shape you're in, and let's go, just do it. And that encouraged her. And so the book is about that. The book is the philosophy of how I live my life, living strong. And we're going to talk about discipline, purpose, humility, courage, perseverance, service, yes, but I'm going to talk from the filter of Living Strong and my Living Strong methodology. And this is one of the reasons why I wanted to write this book. And I'm very, very excited about it. So I want to invite you guys every week, join me. I'll be writing that new chapter. There'll be an audio version as well every week. I'll be doing the research, sharing stories, updates. And if you guys join me on this journey, you do some research, you find something out that you find is interesting that has to do with the martial art or with living strong, you share it with me, and I find it fascinating and interesting, I'll add it to my book, and then you'll get credit for it. Okay? And hey, if you want to get credit and money, share in it. We'll talk on that. But I will say that authors really don't make much money, okay, because the cost of producing it and everything like that. But anyway, we could talk. So anyway, join me on this journey. I want to invite you guys to come on in and go to not Living Strong. You go to Strong on School. Is right there, strongonschool.com, and join me in this journey to write my book. Okay, and just go here. When you go to Strong on School, you're going to come to this page here, and this is meaning I might update this because right now you come here, it just says, "Hey, you're here because you want to live strong," and which is true. If you're here, if you're coming into my community, it's because you want to live strong. And my first book is about that, and my next book here, this is going to be extremely comprehensive, and I'll definitely be adding stuff that I shared in this book, and then add more things that I now, in hindsight, would have wanted to add in that book, but it's going to be added into this book here. Okay, and again, you come on in and you become a premium member. You join the group. It's free to join. And I will share on the community wall everything that is going on here, right through here. You see that I'll share here. You could add your likes and comments, share your questions here. You can do that. It's all for free. If you want to see and jump into the book and read the chapters, you have to be a premium member. It's only $9, and I'll give you guys access. You'll have first uh, uh, access to the book when it's published, and we could communicate. You help me out with that. You contribute. Your name goes into the book, and all premium members will get a signed copy when the book is published. All of you will be, as long as you're active members in our community in the premium. And so let me wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much for spending the time. And I've always believed that mastery isn't about reaching a destination. Mastery is simply staying on the path. And I'm not talking about mastery in martial arts necessarily. I'm talking about mastery in just living life. Because for me, martial arts is life. Life is martial arts. Martial, it just has this idea. It's this idea for me of being a warrior, a fighter, in the sense that when you're confronted with challenges, that you equip yourself, prepare yourself with this indomitable spirit that you will fight a good fight through the challenge, through the battle, so that when you get to the other side, you'll be wiser, stronger. That, that hero's journey that Joseph Campbell spoke about. I love that. I love that image of a hero's journey in all stories that are great, like Star Wars. Any story like that has this idea of this hero's journey, and you go through it fighting a good fight. And so, yeah, that's what this is about. So join in on this. Go to strongonschool.com. Come on in, join the journey, and thank you so much for being part of this journey. When you come on in, remember, always live strong, and know that this is never finished. I'm never finished. All right, guys. So other than that, you have an amazing day. Let me see what it is to wrap this up and to sign off, and then I'll see if I actually recorded this right. Okay, so let me go back to my about page here, so you guys know where to go. Right there. Okay, and have a great day, guys. Take care.